We got problems. This is no good. This might be the worst I've ever seen it, actually. This is an unbelievable amount of rain again, and it's just got nowhere to go. I really, really, really needed to go somewhere else. Oh my goodness. The barn has to be flooding out there. You ever feel like you're being tested in so many ways? Because boy, I do. I've used every blanket, rug, everything in the house, and there is still water coming in. And I have some already in the washing machine, and there's just more water everywhere, and I can't keep up. So I brought in the shop vac, and we're just gonna do our best. Okay. So I'm at a point right now where you can't see this, but there's still water, and it has stopped coming in, which is great. But now I'm at a point of fans on and trying to sop and mop and shop vac up and get things washed and dried so I can reuse them. This rug has to come up because it's also saturated, and I'm afraid that our floor is going to have to be removed as well. Yeah. I would just like it to be known that not only am I cleaning up floodwaters on a home that sits 300 feet above any water, or is also the highest point in the entire county. I haven't had any coffee. Hank, what do you have to say? All right, washer's full, dryer's full. I have everything that's soaking wet picked up off the floor. I have mopped until I can't mop anymore. The fans are on. I'm gonna have a cup of coffee. I walked out to check on the horses, and they've already gone out to the pasture to graze, so clearly they're fine. The littles are all still nestled in because it is still raining, but it looks like the worst part of the day is past us, I hope. More to come. It's hard to believe that a few hours ago it was storming like crazy, and now everybody's outside to play. We're not going to talk about the weeds that grew in the last few hours, because those were not here this morning when all of this storm happened. I'm confident of it. There's no way. Okay, they were here. Anyway, look at this little weed right here. Our sweet olive. Just hanging out. Daniel Tiger and little Morrow, reminding me that I need to actually get down and pull these weeds. That is what is about to go down right now. So much better. Now we can play. Now my little squirrel can play. Hi, squirrely. Hi, squirrely squirrel. Hi, baby. Oh, that's so fun. It's so fun. We miss some back here, though. We miss some. Seriously, if you'd have told me that a few hours ago that this was covered, I mean covered in water and floating mulch, I would have called you a liar, because this is where it goes into our bedroom. And let me tell you why. So sometimes if the gutters have stuff in them, they can't drain. I understand that, but we just cleaned them out 2 weeks ago, so it's really hard to believe that that's the case. When I really came out and looked out here, I'm like, why on earth? Well, here's why. This is an 80-foot building, I think, maybe 100, but at least 80. Everything that comes down here has to go here, and then can go down there, but more than likely goes all the way to the other end. I never realized that there is no gutter drain right here. So no wonder this is such a long stretch. Such a long stretch. And yes, we have gutter guards, but there could be one little thing that gets in there that stops the water. And I see stuff up here. We just had a huge storm last night. So I told Lester, I was like, I can't call a company to come do this every other week. I need a ladder. And we're going to have to rock, paper, scissors on who's going up to be able to make sure that's clear. But also to call a gutter company to add a drain spout here, maybe even add another drain spout here, but to pipe it under so that it comes out like out the hill to get the water away. Because the reason that our bedroom and closet flood is exactly that. I never knew. I don't know. I've been pulling weeds. Y'all saw it. I never knew that there was no, I don't know why I didn't pay attention to that. There was no drain spout there, because there's one here. When we added gutters this year, we added drain spouts in very strategic places, but this is only capturing the water to here. So the other thing that has to happen, a lot of the reason that the water comes up on the porch has to do with this layer of gutter. Fine. And that has to be cleaned out again, because again, that storm hit and I'm confident that they're full. But this downspout drains perfectly, except for there's nowhere for the water to go. So it comes across here, which you can see. It actually cleared up my rock beautifully because the chickens had scratched all of this mulch onto here. So this actually looks stunning. I will blow all this down in a bit. But you can see that my gutters are full of stuff. So it couldn't drain. So there's a drain right here, but that's the only one on this whole strip. So I need to get another one there. And what I'll do is create a French drain that's higher here, and we'll have to slope it to where the water goes down there. Now, it could technically be underground. We could actually pipe these all into the ground and put them along here so that it drains out the side of the hill over there, just like I'm wanting to, and heads to the pond. We have a lot of activity here today. You can see that there's limbs down. I spent a great deal of time cleaning up the yard. Lester also came home and mowed up all of the leaves, so that helped a lot. We still have much to do in the pasture from the previous storm, but it's coming along. So one of my phone calls this week is the gutter guys, because what happened was when that water sweeps across here, in addition to what's pouring, it could not get out fast enough. And you can see that it would make its way here, but when it got here, it kind of got to where it's nowhere to go because this is a little bit higher. So it didn't clean that part of the mulch or the rock for me. It got to here, but now there's another drain from this part of the roof, and it is like puddling right here and backflowing towards my rug. So, and that's because I've planted up. So it technically should go that way. So I'm gonna get they make these things that go underneath your gutters that you can just like guide the water. And that is exactly what I intend to do right here. But I learned a lot today. And I'll tell you what, it's never, no matter how many times that the water has come in the closet, which is like 4 or 5 times now, it's never come into the living room until today. And that was a massive, massive amount of water at one time. And I haven't checked the rain gauge, but yeah, this is exactly what I expected. We got more than 8 inches of rain today in that shower, or downpour, or whatever you want to call it. That's a lot of rain, y'all. I emptied that this morning. So no wonder that 8 inches in, I don't know, 35 minutes caused what it did today. Everybody in the pastures are okay. They all got into their shelters and everybody was able to stay dry. The horses were in the barn. The thunder was like astronomically loud, and I know that everybody was pretty spooked. So I'm happy to see that everybody's out and about right now and truly at peace. Hi, Ernie. Hi, babies. You can tell that it like swept across here so much. So much. And we still have much cleanup to do in these pastures. I promise you that. All these limbs down. Hi, buddy. But we're okay. And again, everybody has shelter. You can see that their inside of their shelter stayed completely dry, which is perfect and wonderful. And their hay is still dry. And these guys are over here having dinner, second dinner. One day at a time, y'all. We'll get it all put back together. We got a couple more days, but it doesn't look like it'll be anywhere near the amount of rain that came out today. And hopefully nowhere near the amount of wind that showed up yesterday. Are you laughing at me, sissy? Are you laughing at me? Little bit. There he goes. He's had a really busy day today and it's not stopping. So I'm gonna keep going too. Thank y'all so much. Sorry that you get the stress end of things, but like I said, we'll get it back together. It's all gonna be okay. One day at a time and one job at a time. I love y'all and I'll talk to you soon.